Hey, Kristen. It is good to see your forehead.
Well,
Hey, there's a whole head.
hey,
Excellent.
you're outside today.
What's that?
You're outside today.
I am. I try. If I had the choice, I will be outside every day.
Yeah.
Uh, but the usually like if our neighbors are out, I don't want to be super loud whenever they're trying to enjoy a nice day in their backyard. So I'll do it inside. Or if
I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to be loud. Loud is good.
I'm really loud when I teach. So I was like, let's not screw with these poor people.
All right.
Hey, we got Hunter and Tatum and Matthew. Good to see you guys.
I have a quick question for you because I'm going to have to grade my final exams while I keep an eye on
Gotcha.
what you're doing today. So I'm not
Sure.
actually doing, but I'm going to have you on because it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Shoot, I'm ready.
Are the phase 3 techniques, thundering hammers, crushing hammer, and fallen cross?
And then there's one more, which is gripping talon.
Gripping talon, yes. Okay.
And then that'll be all four, and that'll make up your study guide.
Okay. When are you doing gripping talon?
I did gripping talon on Tuesday. We'll review it today.
Okay.
And then and since I know that you need it now, I'll spend more time on it than I was planning.
All right, sounds good. I'll try and tune in a little better for that.
Sure.
Because I am meeting with Milliken on Friday.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Depending on what all goes on in my life for the next few weeks, I may see if I can double test July.
Oh, sweet.
Well, I guess it depends on if the May test happens or not.
Yeah. It's a very good question.
If it happens, I maybe don't need to double test.
Yeah.
But I might still ask if I can do the final phase 2 module with the first phase 3, since right now
Yeah.
I do it all, and we'll see.
Well, that makes good sense. So yeah, we'll hit that. And what I may end up doing is I might ask one of the other level 3s to because they need practice anyways, to have them review it with you while I lead the rest of the class on something a little different.
Yeah.
That way it'll free up some time for me. So we'll just see how it goes.
Well, let me see, because I think all these, let me see. I was looking to see if gripping talon was on the Kick site, because one of them wasn't. But I was able to get enough of your video that it's fine.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, so do you know when he'll post to YouTube last week's videos?
I do not know. I need to get in touch with them and find out. That's a good question.
I guess I could ask him Friday, but.
I know that they take a while to upload because they're like huge file sizes. Yeah, I don't know officially.
Okay, yeah, because I don't see gripping talon, so I better try and at least, if you go through it once real nicely as the review, then I'll eventually have that video, so it should be.
And if you want, right now, while we're waiting for folks to log on, I can literally just say out loud a blow by blow that you can write down.
All right.
Do you want to do that?
Sure, if you've got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, before I start grading, that sounds fabulous. Okay, ready, shoot, go.
Okay, so grab for control. Twist in place to the left. Step forward with the right. Left regrabs, right hammers to the ribs. Let me know when you're caught up.
To ribs, okay?
Right inward elbow to the ribs. Rear crossover forward with a rear elbow to the ribs.
Forward with a rear elbow to ribs.
And that's with the rear crossover going forwards. Then hammer to the groin as you step out to buckle.
Okay.
Palm the back of their head with the right as you knee with the right to the head, knee to the head.
Right knee?
Right knee.
Okay.
Final move, land in a right twist stance with an arm break.
Got it.
And that'll finish it. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Sorry, I was just walking Kristen through some notes for herself. Good to see you guys. We got Randy. We got Zoe. Ooh, we got Biotic Woman. Right on. That is a hardcore name. Let's see. We got Bodie. Who else we have? We got David and Matt. We got Carlin, Harper, Caleb. Nope, that's just a couch. That's not Caleb. Caleb, come back to us. Oh, there he is. Let's see. We got Kylie and Kyle. Ooh, Kylie and Kyle's names are right next to each other. This is excellent. There's Bodie right on. And Biotic Woman. Okay, so I've got to make sure something. So I think that I have been saying your name wrong because when I said it yesterday, you didn't respond. So am I right? Is it Deborah? I still can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
There you are. There you are. I hear you now.
Yeah, I'm using my mom's computer though. So.
Okay, so it is Deborah?
No, that's my mom's name. I'm Phoebe.
Oh, Phoebe. Okay. Yeah, okay. See, this is the thing. If I get your name wrong, you need to like give me a slap in the face and be like, "No, this is my name."
Okay.
Deal?
Deal.
Okay, it's Phoebe. I am not forgetting this. You are way too cool to have people be forgetting your name. All right, welcome, welcome, guys. Let's get right into this mess. I'm excited for today's class. We're going to do something really fun that we can do now that we all know our techniques. So we're going to start off with a warm-up that's all about footwork. So what I want you to make sure is that you have a lane that you can travel. So remember how last Tuesday we did like this back and forth line drill? We're going to do that again. So make sure you have like a space where you can move forwards and backwards, right? It doesn't have to be super long. You just need to have one where you can take more than like 3 steps without bumping into an object, okay? All right, so let's review our footwork so we went over last week. First one is shuffle. Back foot comes to front foot steps forward, putting you back to a guarding stance. Does everybody try that? Shuffle forward, shuffle back. Shuffle forward, shuffle back. Shuffle forward, shuffle backward. Next one's push drag. I push off of the back foot to launch myself forward. Launch myself forward. I can go backwards by pushing off of the front foot to launch myself backwards. So it's the reverse of shuffle, because on shuffle, I bring my feet together, step out. On this one, I actually am going to step out really big and then bring my feet together. Shuffle forward, or excuse me, push forward, push back, push back. Nice. Next one we covered was step through. So let's go through a little bit of tech on step through, some detail. Let me make sure you guys can see my feet. Can't hear me very well. Can you hear me now, Bodie? Trying to figure out if it's a proximity to the camera thing or if it's something else.
It's the proximity.
It's the proximity, right on. Okay, then I'll make sure I'm a little closer. So I'm going to step out for a second so you guys can see my feet. Watch how I do this step through. Watch my front foot. So while I'm here, my front foot is going to turn out. Then my back foot is going to step through. Front foot turns out, back foot comes through. Can you guys see that? Cool. So that's how we do our step through. Step through forwards. So I come forward, 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 and now go backwards. Step through backwards. That means I'm essentially going to do a rear crossover backwards. I'll show it to you. My front foot travels behind my back, and then I unwind. Pop quiz. Where do we see that? What form is that in? that rear step through. There's a form where that's like all we do is that footwork.
Short one.
Short one. Tatum wins. Right on. Okay, guys, so we have those 4 footworks. We've got, oh, I forgot rear crossover as well. So that means that my back foot goes behind my front foot going forwards and I step out. Somebody show me rear crossover going forward and then do rear crossover going backward. Forward, backward. Nice. Okay, so here's the drill. I want you guys to go down the lane doing shuffle, then come back doing shuffle. Then go down the lane doing push drag, and then go back. And so we're gonna go through all 4. So it's shuffle, push drag, step through, crossover. Ready, steady, go. Start with shuffle. Next is push drag. Next is step through. Next is rear crossover. Nice. Everybody make through all that? Fantastic. So here's what we're going to get into now. Now your job is to pick 2 of those, and I want you to do them back to back. So if I picked, say, for instance, rear crossover and shuffle, I'd go shuffle, rear crossover, just like that. Shuffle, rear crossover. But after I do the 2, I'm going to do a step through to get to the other side. So watch. I do shuffle, rear crossover, step through. Now I'm on the other side and I repeat. Shuffle, rear crossover, step through. So pick 2 footworks, put them together, and then after you do them, step through to get you onto the other side. Repeat that up and down the court. Ready, go. Nice. All right, I want you to pick 2 different footworks and link them together. You have 3 to work from because you have rear crossover, shuffle, and push drag. And then, of course, you have to do the step through no matter what you do. So pick a different 2, pick a different pairing. Still link them with step through to get to the other side. Ready, go. Nice, and time. Okay, so next up, guys, we're gonna go ahead and add some new footworks. So if I can rear crossover, can I front crossover? Answer is yes. All I do is instead of having my back foot go behind my front foot, like this, my back foot goes in front of my front foot. Now notice that your front foot, it's not gonna feel very comfortable if you keep your front foot flat on the ground. So what I do is I pick up my front foot onto the ball like this, so that my heel's sticking up. So watch, I'll do it this way. Watch my front foot. As I cross over, I go like that. That's gonna keep my hips from locking out, okay? So front crossover, I want you to go front crossover across your lane, and then I want you to try to front crossover going behind you. So it looks like this. This is front crossover going forward. This is front crossover going backwards. Front, front. Try that for just a couple seconds. Go. Excellent. Looks like we got Rob. What's up, Rob? Good to see ya. We got Everett too. Wonderful. And time. Okay, so now I want you guys to link front crossover into rear crossover into step through. So I'm going to go forward, front crossover, rear crossover, step through. Instead of turning around to go back, I want you to do your footworks going backwards, okay? So instead of turning around once you hit the wall or your edge of your lane, just do them backwards. The step through is going to make sure you switch sides. So front crossover, rear crossover, step through, front crossover, rear crossover, step through. Then go backwards. Ready, steady, go. That should make your hips feel nice and open, huh? There's a lot of crossing going on. Excellent. Okay, so thinking about it, about how it feels on your body, which one would you rather do, front or rear crossover, to fire a round kick from? And feel free to go ahead and answer this one. Would you rather fire a round kick from? Go ahead.
Rear crossover.
Rear crossover. Okay. Any takers for front? Try it.
Cricket noises.
I got a front. Go ahead and try it right now. Try doing a round kick off of a front crossover. Try one off of a rear. See which one you like better. I see some of you trying to do the round kick off of the rear crossover and accidentally throwing side kicks. Nice, and time. So here's the deal. Front crossovers are for round kicks. Rear crossovers are for side kicks. Here's why. If I do a rear crossover, it forces my bottom foot to pivot. If I'm already pivoted, then I'm not going to be able to throw a round kick with a whole lot of power. I could still throw one, but there's no pivot giving it a little bit of extra oomph. If I do a front crossover, then I can, okay? If I'm already pivoted, it's better to throw a side kick. So here's what I'd like you guys to do. I'd like you to do front crossover round kick, rear crossover side kick, step through reverse punch. So it looks like this. I'm going to do front crossover round kick, rear crossover side kick, step through, punch with the back hand. Notice I stick out the front hand before I fire this because I like the feeling. You don't have to do that. There it is. So I'd like you to do that back and forth just in the same way we've been doing. So it's round kick, side kick, and then reverse punch. Here we go. Nice. How did that feel, guys? Excellent. It's a little bit of a brain teaser for the first couple times, but once you get it, you start getting in the flow, it feels good. So here's the last thing we're going to do. Now, I want you to take 3 footworks that we've done. You don't have to include step through anymore. unless you want to. You just pick 3. And I want you to do them and attach some kind of strike to the end of each of them. So I could do a shuffle with a jab. I could do a push drag with a hammer. Doesn't matter. Just attach a strike to each of them and build your own line drill. 3 footworks, 3 strikes, up and down the line. Have fun with it. I'll give you guys about a minute. And time. Nice done, guys. Hope you had some fun with that. It's a good brain teaser. The more footwork you build into your body, like really, really well, the more options your body has to move, which means you're going to be better at getting out of the way of bad guys, right? It's all good stuff. Okay, let's finish up just a quick round. I want you to go ahead and let's do 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups, and 20 squats. Variations of your choice, then go grab a drink of water. Excellent. Looking good, guys. Not a crazy workout, but it's good to build that coordination in the legs, and you know, it'll keep the heart rate up. Mostly though, I wanted to make sure we got that foot drill in. And earlier today, I went to Lake McIntosh in Longmont, and I didn't know how big around it was, but for some stupid idea, I initially drove there because I was like, I'm gonna take a walk, it'll be nice. And then I was like, I'm gonna run around this thing. And I did. turns out the sucker's 3.5 miles. And at the end of it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. So I feel like, I felt like doing a mildly less strenuous warm up today. But it was beautiful. Let me tell you what, holy monkeys. That's a gorgeous lake. Lots of really nice homes around there. Okay, looks like everybody's back. Cool beans. By the way, whenever I say cool beans, I'm referring to Pinto. They're the best bean, followed closely by the Lima.
How long did it take you to run around the lake?
31 minutes. I had my running app on. And so it was 3.4 miles. I did 31 minutes. So it turned out something like a 9-minute mile, which isn't bad. It could have been worse. You know, at some point we should talk about, because I'm a big fan of running. I'm not super good at it, but I'm a big fan. I think it's really good for developing breathing. And that's something we should do on, what's that?
You should watch the CW Flash show on Netflix.
Get all of my running advice from the Flash. He's really good at it. He could probably give me some tips. He's just like, get hit by a bolt of lightning. That's all it takes. It'll get done. All right, guys, let's stretch out. Hands to the sky. Oof, that's good stuff. Going down to one side. Y'all like my safety orange shirt? Other side. Going backwards. Make it comfy, don't kill yourself. Going forwards. Spider-Man stretch. I'm coming down like this and I'm resting my weight right down the center. Feet are flat. Other side. Sumo. Resting as though in bear crawl, like this, and I'm gonna press my heels down into the ground for a calf stretch. If you don't get a calf stretch, walk your feet closer to your hands and the stretch will get stronger. Excellent. Hop into a crisscross position. If you're feeling really flexible, take one leg, put it on top of the other leg, and bow forwards. This will stretch the outside of the hip and the IT band. But it only does one leg, so let's switch to the other side. That just means put the other leg on top. Nice, coming back up. And as silly as this will feel, I want you to shake your body. Fortunately, you're in your own home, so hopefully you feel a bit more comfortable, but it looks something like this. Just try to actually shake the way a dog does, like you're wet. Yeah, that's it, nice, nice. And if you don't want me or other people seeing, move off screen, that's fine. Just quick shake, loosen up the fascia. Nice. And relax. Good, 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 good. Okay. So we now know all of our techniques. If you need review, interrupt and ask. But otherwise, we're essentially going to do, I'm going to give you an attack. So for instance, I might come up to the camera and go like this. That means bear hug. That means you do your bear hug technique. If I do this where I reach back and I do a big step through punch towards the camera, that means you do your punch technique. If I bring my hands really close in like this, that means choke technique. And if I reach forward and I grab my own wrist, that means you're doing wrist grab technique. That's the idea. So we're going to work on your recall, on your ability to jump from one to another to another. You take as long as you need to get it done. And if you were like, holy crap, I don't remember this, then unmute yourself and say, hey, Mr. Burton, I don't remember this. Will you show it? And I will show it.
Can you give us a quick refresher before?
Yeah, that is a fantastic idea. So real quick, y'all just shout out the category of attack that you most need review on.
Wrist grab.
Wrist
There,
grab? Okay,
Go.
sounds pretty unanimous.
Go.
Let's hit through wrist grab. So let's do a level 1 first. They've got a right wrist. Remember our core motion. Let me see. Could we make our partners randomize the attacks? Absolutely, yes. Yes, you can for sure. If you have a partner, then yeah, don't do it off of me. Do it with your partner and tell them to give you random attacks. That's a great idea. I just had someone message me and ask me if their partners could randomize the attacks. Answer is yes. Okay, so let's hit crossing talon. That's level 1. They've got a right wrist. I'm going to pin for control, look in my mirror, twist and place to my right, grab, forward with the left. I'm going to go into a long arm bar. Pull them in, elbow their head, palm their face, grab their chin, anchor down, back twist, elbow, palm down, right knee.
Arlen, you're not on mute.
I've got my wrist. Look in the mirror, grab for control, turn in place. That's a short arm bar. Re-grab, step forward with the left, long arm bar. Pull them in, back elbow to their head. Palm the head, grab the chin. Anchor the elbow, back fist, downward elbow, palm, right knee. Let's hit it one more time. And I think this side worked best. Here we go. All right, look in the mirror, grab for control, twist in place, re-grab, step forward, long arm bar, pull them in, elbow, palm, grab, anchor, back fist, elbow, palm, knee. That's crossing talon. All right, rep that on your own while I'm hitting level 2s, unless you're a level 2 or you're Randy and you need to know all of them. Here we go. So this is glancing salute. This time they're grabbing the right wrist again. They've got us. We're going to grab for control, look in the mirror just like before. I'm going to twist in place. This time I'm going to step back with the right. Re-grab, left elbow to the ribs. Right hand checks down, spears to the eyes. Left foot, now I'm going to scooch out so you can see my feet. Left foot sweeps, turn in place, hammer the groin from behind. Right leg goes back to a buckle. Then my right hand is going to swim through and ridge hand. Almost got it confused with level 3s. I do that every time. All right, let's hit it again. They've got a wrist, grab control, look in the mirror, twist in place, step back, re-grab, elbow, check, spear, sweep, turn in place, hammer the groin, buckle, ridge hand to the throat. Again. Grab our wrist, grab for control, look in the mirror, twist in place, re-grab, step back with the right, elbow the ribs as you're pulling them in, check down with the right, spear to the eyes with the right. Left foot sweeps their front foot, turn around, hammer the groin, buckle backwards, the right hand swims through and ridge hands to the throat. All right, level 3s, let's hit yours. This one is gripping talon. They've got the left hand this time. Got the left hand, so we just do what we did before on the other side. Look in the mirror, grab for control, twist in place to the left, re-grab with the left hand, step in, hammer the ribs. I'm gonna scooch back so y'all can see me. Hammer the ribs, right inward elbow. Left rear crossover going forwards, outward elbow to the other side of the ribs. As my right leg steps out of my rear crossover, I'll step back so you can see, that's gonna be a buckle. Right before that buckle, my right hand is gonna hammer through the groin and swing up high like that. So it's gonna go 1, 2, my right hand comes to the back of their head, knee, I've still got their arm, so I land, and arm bar to break it. Left wrist grab, grab for control, look in the mirror. I'm going to re-grab, turn in place, step forward with the right, hammer fist, elbow, Left rear crossover, going forward. Rear elbow or outer elbow to the ribs. Hammer, buckle, palm, knee, elbow break. One more time. They've got my wrist. Turn and mirror. Regrab, step, hammer, elbow, rear crossover, hammer. Or sorry, elbow, outward elbow. Hammer, buckle, palm, knee, break. How's that feeling, guys? Nice. Keep in mind that if you misremember a detail or two, not a big deal, right? I'd rather you have most of it and get time practicing it really well than have it perfectly. For reals, that's what I'd rather. Okay, guys, let's work it. So if you have a partner, start without me. Have your partner attack you randomly. If you don't have a partner, then you have me. Here we go. So go ahead and mentally review. Say, okay, what's my punch technique? What's my wrist grab technique? What's my bear? And what's my choke? I'll give you guys 10 seconds to get that in your heads. 5. Here we go. Text coming. Oh, sorry, Randy. Yeah, yours is reversed. Okay.
Mr. Burton, sir,
Yes.
for phase 2, the punch technique, after the takedown, what are the strikes?
Good question. Okay, so let's say, so this is done the way it's done because there are BJJ players out there and they love to end up on the ground. That's their favorite place. So if you take someone down and their legs are around you, they will try to pincer in with their legs and buckle your knees from behind and pull you with them. That's their first thing that they're going to try to do. So I don't want that to happen. So right as I take them down, I've got their leg, right? And I've got them here. The absolute first thing I'm going to do is back fist the knee, right? As it's going to try to circle around and grab my leg. So I just did my takedown, right? I went, boom, immediately, wham, just knocked that out of the sky. A good old back fist right here. Oh, spicy, like grandmother's noodles. So right as I take him down, boom, back fist, that sends that flying. Now I'm going to come down, full body weight right on the groin. Those are your strikes. That's a lot of information for just those 2 strikes, but I think it's important to understand why we're doing it that way. hitting the groin is going to make their knees go fetal. Their knees are going to drop to their chest, right? Because they're not going to want you to hit their groin anymore. At that point, that's your shot to either get out of dodge or pass their legs and get up towards their head because their legs are together and not apart anymore. Okay, guys. So real quick, go ahead and unmute if you want to talk. How does that feel? How's everyone feeling on that with the random attacks? Do you feel like you were able to recall, or did you discover that we need to spend more time drilling?
Yeah, I think we should spend some more time since we're not practicing as much.
Excellent. Yeah, that's totally fine. Part of the reason I did that drill is I wanted to help you guys get a better idea of where you're at, you know? Any other?
Ooh, yeah. I kind of want to go over those, you know, the headlocks that are from behind. I kind of want to go over the phase one for technique for that.
Beautiful. Let's do it.
I feel like I'm better at the like adult techniques, like crossing talon and the choke, or not as good. Sorry, the crossing talon and the choke one.
Gotcha. Wait, so which one are you saying is worse for you?
Both of them compared to crashing wings and sleeper.
Gotcha. Well, that makes sense. We spent the least time on them. That's super reasonable. So I'm hearing choke techniques and wrist grab. Everybody else kind of agree with that? Is that what we need to go over? Excellent. Randy's like, psh, I got all of this. This is so easy.
I think the one you need to go over for me is the punch.
Punch technique. Good. Okay. All right. So let's hit them in order. Let's go punch, and then we'll hit choke, and then we'll hit wrist grab. Since we just spent some time on wrist grab, we'll do it last. So quick review. Level 3 punch. This is thundering hammers. This technique is all about teaching you that after you hit, the hitting hand is going to check while the other hand is hitting. Because I think I talked about this before. Normally, we hit and then we bring it back to a chamber or a guard while the other hand is hitting. Now we're asking, okay, instead of going to guard, can this hand be completely eliminating one of their weapons? The answer is yes. So remember, that's what this technique's all about. Step back, inward block. Right hand, funnel fist to the solar plexus. That should double them over. I'm going to bring this inside and then use the back of my hand to keep that arm that I just blocked with this hand. I just hit him. I'm going to come around, take that arm, and push it down so he can't use it. Now I'm going to pivot into a close kneel going behind me as I hammer, boom, to the kidney right back here. So let's review. They attack. I step back. Block. Oh, no, you do not. Hit them in solar plexus. Boom. Check. Pivot. Boom. To the kidney. Now this hand is going to slide over their shoulder and replace my right hand that was checking. Now my left hand is going to take over the check. And my right hand is going to come up. I'm going to pivot the other way and chop to the back of the neck. So it's very simply hit, check, hit, check, hit. We sort of arbitrarily stop it there. You could just keep following that train all day. It's easier to do on a partner because then you see where their arm is. It's easier to know where your hand's going to check it. Let's hit it one more time, step by step. Step back, block, funnel fist, check, hammer, check, hammer. Super important, get those pivots. You need your body to be doing this the whole time. Because that's where your power comes from. All right, choke techniques. So level 1, this one is cross of destruction. They're coming up from behind. I'm going to shrug my shoulders up to pinch their hands to eliminate the choke. Grab their wrists. Pull my head backward as my hands pull forward to draw their arms over my shoulders. I'm going to step into a big horse stance to get some stability and yank on their arms to break their elbows over the top of my shoulders. I'm going to pull their left arm over my head as my head shrugs underneath it. I use my head to assist. Do you guys see that? Then my left hand comes underneath in an uppercut, and I'm going to pull my left hand towards me as my right hand goes forward, and that's going to create your arm bar. Let's do it again. So they've got us. Grab, shrug, head back, hands forward, horse stance, lever down, break the arms. My left hand's gonna pass their arm over my head as my head assists. My right hand goes to an uppercut. Left hand pulls to my belly, right hand shoots forward. One more time. They've got my neck. Grab, shrug, head back, hands forward. Horse stance, lever down, break. Left goes over the head. Head assists. Right comes underneath, uppercut. Left towards the belly, right towards them. And that's cross of destruction. Let's move on to level 2. Level 2 of twirling wings. That's right, twirling wings. So they've got us. I'm going to do this one from behind so you can see better. Shrug. Left hand comes up. Rear crossover. Unwind. Hammer. Replace the check. Right hand elbows. Right hand checks. Left hand elbows. Left hand checks. Right hand hammers. To the neck. Let's do it again. This time I'll do it from the side. Shrug. Hand. Crossover. Unwind. Hammer. Check. Elbow. Check. Elbow. Check. Hammer. That's twirling wings. Up next is level 3. We've got fallen cross. So I'm going to back up a little bit. Can you guys still hear me if I talk from over here? Give me a thumbs up. Excellent. Okay. So they've got me. Shrug, grab, all the same from before. Pull it over my shoulders, horse stance, break the arms. This time, I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to step it forward. As I do, I'm going to pass the right hand over my head. Then I'm going to unwind, turn to face them, ending up in a left cat stance. My plot to do mirror image failed because I turn around and that ruins the mirror image. I'm going to not mirror image this time. Sorry, guys. So let me do it from the side. They've got us. We shrug. We break their arms. I'm going to step forward with my right as I pass their right over my head, turn to face them into a left cat, shuffle back to pull them, right knee to the arms, front kick, elbow as I land. One more time. They've got us. Grab for control. Pull the arms, horse stance, break. Right goes over the head. Right steps forward, unwind, cat, shuffle back, knee, kick, elbow. All right, do we need to spend more time on those or are we good? I see thumbs. Okay, we're moving on. Up next is, let me see, crap. Can you guys remind me what I said we were gonna do? I forget. Oh, wrist grab. Awesome. Okay, wrist grab. Here we go. Level 1, crossing talon. So this one I can mirror image. They've got my right hand. Grab for control. Look in the mirror. Twist in place. Here's my short arm bar. Re-grab. Step forward with the left right arm bar. Or long arm bar, excuse me. Pull them into me. Elbow their head. Palm their face. Grab their chin. Anchor the elbow down. Left back fist. Right elbow, palm the back of the head, right knee. From the side, grab for control, look in the mirror, re-grab, twist in place, short arm bar, step forward, long arm bar. Pull them in, elbow the face, palm the head, grab the chin, anchor for control, back fist, elbow, palm down, right knee. Next up is glancing salute. So they're grabbing the right hand, pin for control, look in the mirror, twist in place. This time I'm going to step back as I do an outward elbow. Now I'm going to check down, spear to the eyes. Left leg is going to sweep inward, turn in place, hammer, buckle, bridge hand to the throat.
Hey, Mr. Burton.
Yes, indeed.
So it felt wrong to me when we were grabbing the right hand. It's actually a right to left grab for glancing spear. You were also saying glancing salute. It's a glancing
Did
spear.
I really?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I know. I have too many names in my head. I think it's official. You're saying it's right to left. Let me see, for glancing spear. That's it.
Yeah.
So if they're grabbing my left hand, yeah. It would work off of a right, but I think you're correct. I think it is the left hand. That is my bad to Randy.
Wait, and then we have one for. Then there's one for each attack, because there's one right to left, left to right.
There's
and
one
then
for each
cross.
cross, and there's one for a same side. That you're exactly right. Nice. That makes way more sense. So
Yeah.
Rob,
Well, and then
adjustment on that. Just what he said. Go ahead.
and then gripping talon is also same side, but that's left to right.
That's I thought that was a left wrist grab.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Hang on. Yeah, I think
No,
so.
you're left.
I'm just mixing up my left and right.
It's easy to do. Here's the deal, though, guys. Frankly, it doesn't matter because if you do this move, it will deal with no matter which hand is grabbing what. Does that make sense? That's the reason I spent so much time on Tuesday having you guys rep this, because that's the core essence of all these techniques. Okay, guys, I want to work on short 2. Let me see. Oh my God, we only have 10 minutes left. Holy crap, that went by fast. Do we need to spend more time on techniques? We totally can. If we are good, then I'd like to move on.
Yeah, can you just clarify which phases the attacks are for the wrist grab?
Yes. So level 1 is crossing talon. That's the one where we armbar them. Level 2 is glancing salute. That's the one where we sweep them. Level 3 is gripping talon. Oh, I said glancing salute again. Glancing spear. Glancing spear. I saw Hunter's head pop up, and I was like, no, I failed. Glancing spear is level 2. Level 3 is gripping talon, and that's the one where we hit him a bunch.
Can you go over
Not
what
really other defining factor. So I'll show you real quick. This is crossing talon.
Mr. Burton, I think he wants to know the attacks on it. A clarification.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so I'll do this from this perspective. Crossing talon, right hand to right hand. That's that one. Glancing spear, right hand to left hand. Gripping talon, left hand to left hand. And that is a synthesis of Hunter correcting me, and so that should be more correct. Is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, thanks.
I sense a slight amount of reticence. That's okay. Right on, guys. Let's move on to short 2. Here we go. Let's review. Starting from the back. I'll do this one from the side. Salute. You're ready. Stepping forward right, inward, outward. High spear, mid spear. Stepping forward with the left, repeating on the other side. Inward, outward, high spear, low spear. Ready and cat. Stepping left, outward vertical, right cross into a forward bow. Cat, ready, stepping right, outward vertical, left cross, I'm in a forward bow. Now my left leg is gonna step behind me in a rear crossover like that. I'm gonna unwind, upward block, wide kneel, middle knuckle punch. Turn around, notice the way I turn around is I take my back leg and I just do a little adjustment step. Turn around, repeat on the other side, upward block, middle knuckle punch. Left leg steps to the right and then steps behind me, turn and face an attacker who's giving me a front kick. So I'm gonna do a touch down to deflect it, step forward, palm heel him in the face. Right leg comes back to the center. I'm gonna step towards another attacker to my right who's giving me a front kick, touch down with the right to deflect the kick, step through, palm heel him in the face. Now there's more of our salute business we were talking about earlier that I was messing up. Now I'm gonna go, my right leg is gonna slide towards my left as I rotate towards my right and hop into a cat with the universal block. I know this one's complicated, so I'm gonna sit here for a second until you can match me. So my left hand is high, my right hand is low. It's my right foot that's up on the ball. My left leg has all of my weight on it. I'm gonna step forward with my right leg. This is straightforward. I'm gonna go to 45 that way. I'm gonna do an upward block with my right, left punch, reverse punch. Notice I pivoted, I was in a guarding stance and I switched to a forward bow and I go pow. And then I come back to my neutral bow as I rechamber. Nice. Now I'm going to do my cat and my universal block on the other side. So left drags to the right, right hand is high, left hand is low. My left leg has no weight on it because it's on my cat. Now I'm gonna step towards you guys, that's gonna be towards your left at a 45. So not true left, but 45, I step. Left hand does an upward block. Right hand does a reverse punch as I pivot to a forward bow. Boom! And come right back to my neutral. Now I should be really close to a horse facing my true front where I was originally facing. This is the end of the form. My fist and my palm come together just like this, and then feet come together, back to salutation. And that's the end. We did it! We finished it! They said it couldn't be done, but we did it. I'm really excited about that, guys. This is a super good form. This is so much good stuff. Someone tell me a theme that they notice in it. What is something that you see is getting emphasized in this form?
There's a lot of blocking being followed by a punch with the other hand, and you usually switch a bow in that too.
Nice, nice. So he's saying pivoting into an attack while simultaneously blocking and attacking. You nailed it on the head.
Kind of sounds like boxing.
Kempo has a lot of boxing in it. Yes. So I just got a question. Is there a short form 3? Yes. The ones that I know are short forms 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or excuse me, I don't know 4. What I mean when I say the ones that I know is I mean the ones that I know of existing is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then there's long form 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in short form 1, we did a lot of stepping backwards. That's called retreating. So in short form 1, it's all about getting away from the attack and defending. And this one, do we do a whole lot of stepping back? Not really. It might seem like it, but every time we step back, we're actually stepping into an attack, right? So if I just did my outward block punch, cat outward block punch, I'm stepping back, but it's only because there's a guy there and I'm going to block and punch him. Does that make sense? So this is all about advancing. So advancing, simultaneously blocking and countering and pivoting, I would say are the big 3 themes of this of this form. And it's all about taking a look at the different heights of attack. So we're first dealing with the punch to the face. That's when we go like this. Then we're dealing with an overhead. So we get nice and low and we do this one. Then we're dealing with the kick. So we do our touchdown, palm to the face. And then after that, we're dealing with a round kick. That's what this is for. This is for the round kick. And then we block an overhead, punch him, round kick, block an overhead, punch him. So any questions on kind of what this technique or what this form is about? It's okay if there's not, but just if there's any, this is the time to ask. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so let's talk about what each individual, go ahead, Randy.
Are these written down anywhere?
Yes, I don't have them. I almost guarantee that Nick does. I will ask him for those because that would be good to pass on. They're all on YouTube. So I don't mean that they're on YouTube with us. We don't have them recorded, but if you just Google Kempo short form 2, you will find it. There's like 15 different people who have short form 2 on YouTube. I was just asked if we're going to do short form 3. I do not have it planned to do short form 3. Actually, I want us next to build on creating our own form. That's going to be my next plan because I think that's going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun if it's kind of a team effort. So that's the next thing. That's why I've been focusing on a lot of creative stuff lately. So let's go through one pass of the form, but this time I'm going to talk about what we're doing, what we're hitting, and what we're blocking. So let's start salutation. All right, so big round punch is coming. I'm gonna step through. Remember we talked about that principle of motion on short form 1 where I would use rotational force. I'm gonna do the same thing here. So notice that I step forward and then I pivot inward. I shift. So as I'm here, I'm in my ready, I'm going to step forward and then I'm going to come boom as I fire that hammer. So I use this, my rotation of my hips, to make this just bang right through a bicep, because they're giving me this attack. And so you're going boom, inward block, outward block to the face. They're going, teeth are flying out. Then your other hand pokes them in the eye, which is going to make their head go like this. And then your other hand comes down and zaps me in the groin, making me go like this. Does that make sense? So here, I'm going to give you guys the attack. I want you guys to respond by going 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want you to start from ready so that you can get the feeling of that twist and going boom. Then you untwist, you go boom, wham, wham. All right, so here comes. Big right punch. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. Now other side, big right punch. Step through, boom, 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 boom. That's it. Let's do it one more time from the top. So starting ready. Here comes big right punch. Boom, 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 boom. Left punch. Boom. That's it. Boom. Wow. Boom. Boom. That's it. Nicely done. Okay, so we just got to that point. Now we look to our left, right? We're here. We just did this. I look over here. Oh no, there's another guy. So I'm going to come to a cat so I can get a little farther away. So if he's attacking my head that's here, notice that as I go to a cat, my head moves out of the way. That's the point of that. I'm getting out of the way real quick, and I'm getting my hands chambered so that they can come in, clear this punch that just whizzed past my face, clear it out of the way, and then bam, hit him right in the face. There's another punch coming from my head from over here. So I hop into a cat. It moves my head away. I bring my hands over here to chamber him from a big hit. I'm going to start by clearing the hand that just missed my face. Step in. Boom. And this one is going right to the solar plexus. You see the bore? It's right underneath the bore. The bore is jumping over my solar plexus. So let's take it from the top. Step in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready and cat. Block. Punch. Ready and cat. Block. Punch. Now somebody's coming up from behind you. They've got a tire iron. They've got a golf club. I don't care. They're trying to conk you on top of the head with a big overhead. So I'm going to step. I'm over here, right? I'm going to step behind me, get really low, turn, block upwards. So if they have something in their hand, here, there's a stick. So I thought I'd grab it. If they're coming down on top of you, you're not blocking the weapon. You're going to block right here, right below the elbow. So that way the weapon never gets anywhere close to you, right? So you block it. You're nice and low. You're going to take your middle knuckle, and you're going to hit them in the softest thing that they have. It can give you two options. One is the groin. The other is the solar plexus. A middle knuckle, if you get good at them, to the solar plexus, that sucker will shut people down, right? So I stepped behind. Here, step behind. Boom. Now there's another guy doing the same thing behind me. So I do it again. I hope that that gives you guys some more life to the form. I really hate doing forms when I don't know what's going on. So I want to make sure you guys know what the heck's going on. Because anytime you train, I love it. There's always people reminding me what time it is. They're afraid the class will never end if I don't. I'm kidding, guys. I'm being silly. I appreciate y'all letting me know. But to finish my thought, whenever I'm doing forms, I'm picturing fighting people. I'm picturing them in my head, and I'm blocking them, and I'm hitting them, and I'm taking them out. Because it's way funner that way. And it's going to help you get better, because then you're picturing actual things happening, rather than just being like, short form 2, salutation, black, black, finger poke, I'm so bored, I want a burrito. Does that make sense? None of that. You're not allowed to want burritos while you're doing karate. You must want only blood. Finer is not a word. Oh man, people are giving me sass. All right, guys, I think that's it. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned some stuff. Let me see, today's Wednesday, so that's the last class of the week. Remember, guys, there's the black belt class for those of you who are black belts. I think that's just Hunter. So please come to that. And otherwise, have a wonderful and safe week. It's beautiful outside, guys. Go outside. I don't care what you do. Just go outside. It's good for you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. See ya.